we get some people log in. So this is the third attempt to go live, and we had 5 people on last time, and we lost it. So just give it a minute to get some people back. So yeah, so welcome guys. While we just wait for some people to join, we're having a few technical issues. Hopefully people can see this. And we'll just give a few moments for people to join. No one's seeing it now. I started twice. I set it up and we had like 5 people join, and now there is no one here. Ah, we've got someone. Hey, $5 hug. Hey, welcome. Thank you. We've got one person at least. Help, good day, Jonathan. Hello, good day. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, so we're going to start doing. We got another one. We're getting people logging in. Brilliant. Hey, Mary, welcome. Mary, 8888. Oh, Melanie, yes, people are back. We found it. Phew. Tech nightmare, guys. So how's the audio and how's the video? Okay, guys, so sorry about the bit of a weird introduction, because we had technical issues. I was trying to do it on my, oh, everyone's here, everyone's back. Yes, woo! Thank you, guys, thank you. Wow, super excited. So, yeah, good. So it sounds and looks good. Okay, brilliant. Oh, we've got 8 people online. Amazing. Thank you. Hey, Soup Beer, welcome. Yeah, I'm so glad you made it, Soup Beer. You're one of the people that inspired me to do this again. I've been meaning to do a live channeling for, hey, we've got 9 people on. This is amazing already, just out the blue. I only decided to do it. Hey, Dasford, welcome. Okay, so I guess we best dive into the channeling. So thank you so much for bearing with me through the technical issues. This is attempt like 4. I tried to do it on my laptop, and the camera, the audio and video is probably better on my cell phone anyway, so we'll just go with this. Hey, welcome. We're up to 11 people. Amazing. Thank you, YouTube, for promoting my live stream. And hey, Soup Beer, glad here. We had back by popular demand. We had a few people asking for me to do this. Yeah, it feels great to be back. It feels great to be connecting with your guys' energies. It's like it's been a bit of a dreary January here in the UK. It's been like raining every day, and like so it's good to be back on a nice Sunday. So welcome. So welcome $5. Welcome Tree. Welcome Soup Beer. Welcome Dasford. Welcome. Who else is it? Welcome Kamika 3. Welcome Dharma Punk. Welcome Melanie. Hey Melanie, great to see you. I know you were a bit disillusioned with some of the ETs a bit ago. I thought, but it's great to see you back. And hey, Mary, 8888. Yeah, amazing. Thank you all for joining. We're up to 12 people now, out of the blue off the bat. Yeah, so we're going to do a Yahyel channeling. This is the Yahyel extraterrestrials. Just in case you're new to this, this all started for me. I started following a channel called Daolanka, who channels Bashar, several years ago. It was like, when did I start following Dowell? 2008, I think. Then I had this big like contact and awakening experience in the forest in 2009. And then I always wanted to channel the Yahyel, because the Yahyel are kind of connected to Bashar. I'm sure some of you know the story. And yeah, and I remember I started channeling actually the Yahyel, like literally my first videos on YouTube. It's over 11 years ago now. And I was just channeling my higher self. And one day I was out like in the countryside in called the Lincolnshire Wolds, some hills over here. It's actually a bit of a UFO hotspot, that area. And I was channeling my higher self. And all of a sudden, this energy came through that I recognized as the Yahyel. Up to 23 people. That's amazing, guys. Thank you so much for joining. This is so cool. And yeah, I started channeling these beings known as the. I recognized the energy as the Yahyel from another channel called Sean Swanson. Some of you maybe know him, who channels the Yahyel. And as soon as I recognized that energy, it's like the floodgates opened, and all this information, like all this like download, just information came through from the Yahyel really fast. So amazing, guys. 26 people. This is amazing. It's like just and how is the sound for everyone? How is the sound for everyone? I got one person saying the sound isn't so great. It's sound is great. Yeah, Melanie says sound is great. So I think it's just an issue with you, Vika. Thanks for sharing. And so we'll dive straight into the channeling, I guess. So just a quick bit of info. Like you can ask any question you want. Anything goes. I asked the Yahyel if it's like a medical question. I asked the Yahyel to remind you to clear it with your medical doctor or your physician or something first, just to clear my own back, because we don't want to annoy YouTube, and YouTube's been very kind to me, so we've got to like obey the laws, like. So I've been hesitant about sharing medical information in the past, or health information, obviously not medical information. So the Yahyel might. I've asked the Yahyel to remind you that if they're sharing anything like health related, you've got to clear it with your doctor or your physician or your MD or your GP or whatever you call it in your part of the world. Okay, Leo. Please be polite. Let's keep it polite, guys. Up to 33 people, which is a good sign. That's a good sign. Where to start? Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's keep the chat nice, guys. And it's okay. Melanie's my friend, so please be nice to her. Okay, so we're going to drop into the channeling, and yeah, so you can ask anything you want. Super chats get priority. I suggest you start asking your questions now, because once it gets going, it just goes crazy, and it's just like super chat after super chat. And if you ask a non super chat question, if you're not signed up for super chats and the donations, you might not get your question in. So if you want to get a non super chat question, ask it now. Otherwise, you probably won't fit it in. You usually struggle to fit it in with all the super chats. Okay, so can you ask why dreams are so much more vivid during full moon and others astronomical events? I observed long time ago, and I was wondering why. Gone from 33 viewers down to 19. Talk about lack of patience. I know what we like on YouTube. It's a TikTok generation, is it? Oh, 20 up to 23 again. This is crazy. I didn't know if we get anyone, so I'm super pleased, because it's the first time I've done it in over 2 years, and I just announced it like two. Can you hit the like, guys? Because that'll get it shared. That'll bump it up on YouTube and get it promoted. So if you could hit the like button if you like what I'm doing. And can you ask why dreams are so much more vivid during full moons and other astronomical events? I observed it a long time ago, and I was wondering why. My dreams have been crazy vivid lately. But anyway, let's go into the channeling and let the Yahyel speak. So, okay, so it's just going to take me a few minutes how to get into the channeling state. I have to do some deep breathing, and we'll get answering the questions. And yes, super chats get priority. So if you want to get your question answered first, you can drop a super chat with a donation. So, all right, so it's just going to take me a couple of minutes just to get into the channeling state. Maybe see how long it takes. It might not take long, actually. Hello, welcome YouTube, welcome team, welcome family. It's great to be back sharing with you in this modality, in this form at this time. So we would like to drop in with a quick introduction, a quick message before we get started. There are some things going in your reality that we perhaps might like to address before we get into the Q&A. Don't worry, we'll get to your questions in one moment. So, some of you may notice that your world is going a little crazy. And of course, we have been suggesting, warning, preparing you for some time for this shift. Perhaps many of you watching this video have been observing that reality has been crazy for some time. And so it comes as no surprise to you as to what's happening, for we have been sharing this information for some time. We have been, through the channel, sharing that your world is going through a socio-economic collapse. We do not wish to scare you. In fact, we wish to uplift you, for this is very uplifting information, and we shall why in a moment. For your world is going a little crazy. Those beings in your reality, still identified with ego, still identified with physical reality only, not connected with higher self, higher mind, are getting a little confused, are getting a little lost, and making a few erroneous decisions. And so the idea, as we've been sharing for some time, that your world is going through a shift, your world is going through a transformation, your world is raising in frequency, and your world is shifting to a new dimension of reality. The idea is that you are literally becoming kind of less physical, kind of less solid, slightly more non-physical. As the frequencies rise, as the love light energies rise in your reality, your bodies are becoming different. Your state of being is becoming different. It's maybe becoming more obvious to some of you that you're living in a dream reality, that reality is non-physical in nature, reality is an illusion. And so the idea is that as you go through the shift, you will begin to notice that reality becomes a little slippery. You will begin to notice what you may call glitches in the matrix. You may even notice yourself heading somewhere and winding up there in a time less than you expected the journey to take. You may notice increased synchronicities. You may notice that the person you were talking about is suddenly there in your reality as you were talking about them. And this is because reality is a dream. This is because reality is an illusion. It is a matrix, if you wish. You're creating it within your consciousness. What you see outside of you is actually within you. It's actually within the essence of your being. It's actually within your soul. In a sense, well, actually, you are souls. Imagine yourselves as multidimensional, infinite beings of consciousness, having a dream, having an illusion, kind of densifying yourselves down, kind of contracting yourselves down into this being you experience yourself as, and understand that your reality actually exists within you. It's a projection of your consciousness, a collective projection of your consciousness, maybe more precise. And so reality is an illusion. You are creating it. You are projecting it. You are energy beings. You are beings of pure love, pure light, pure source consciousness, contracting yourself down into the illusion of having a physical body, physical hands, but they're not physical at all. They are pure energy. They are pure light, and they are pure love. And it's an illusion. It's a dream. It's a dream within your consciousness. And so the idea is you're creating your reality vibrationally. You're creating your reality through your energy systems. And those of you that understand this are going to begin to be able to shift your reality towards a reality you prefer. What you are seeing at the minute is kind of a crossover from the old reality. Those beings that are still acting from fear, that are still acting from ego, if you wish, still acting from the delusional belief that they have to make all the decisions with their physical mind, are making errors because they're disconnected from source. They're disconnected from their heart, and they're disconnected from the inner state of being, and the chaos you see in your world around you is a reflection of this. It's kind of stepovers from the old reality. As you make the shift, you are still seeing echoes of old frequencies, old dimensions. But as we move through 2026, you will begin to see this fall away. As the frequencies rise, the chaos in your world will be not so obvious to you. It may not be that these situations in your world suddenly cease. However, they will affect you less. You will notice them less. You will find yourselves walking down a path where you really have become less and less aware of the chaos in your reality, and more aware of the joy of your being, more and more aware of your ability to create your reality around you, and more aware that you are shifting timelines and ascending into a higher dimension, fourth density, fifth dimension if you wish. Although we tend not to use the word fifth dimension because the fifth dimension refers to non-physical reality, and you will still have physicality to some degree. You won't be leaving your physical bodies. It's just reality will become more malleable. It will be easier to manifest. Those things you focus upon will appear more quickly. So do not worry about the chaos in your worlds, for it is a kind of overlay, an overlap from beings in your reality that are still coexisting in this vibrational space, that are still operating from fear and judgment and lack of self-worth. And so these things that you do not prefer in your reality, over time you will become less aware of them. You will begin to not see them, and over time you will actually begin to shift into realities where these things resolve themselves as you solidify in your own timeline, in your own energy, in your own joy, in your own being, and those things will literally disappear out your reality once and for all. So this is the shift. As we move through 2026, into 2027, into 2028, and especially into 2029, you will see radical transformations occurring on your earth. So do not worry about what is going on in your planet. Stay centered in your hearts, follow your passion, follow your joy, and you will see your reality shift around you. All right, so with that said, we will get to the questions. And so the channel reminds us, he has noted a question already. People are saying, or a questioner is saying, why are dreams more vivid around full moons or celestial alignments? All right, so the idea is that, as we have said, your reality is a reflection of you. And these planets, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Uranus, no joking, no laughing, Pluto, these planets, along with your soul, and the star systems and your moon, are actually aspects of you. We suggest you see them not as outside of you, for there is no separation. As we have said, reality is a projection of your consciousness. All, your entire universe is projected from your being. You are actually creating an entirely new universe, billions of times a second, and this gives the illusion of reality. This is how powerful you are, Earth humans. When you truly understand this power, you will begin to really understand your power to create your reality. And so the idea is that what you see is your moon, your full moon, is actually your own consciousness. And within reality, within the dream, there are waves. Reality is made up of waves, like the waves of the ocean, up and down, up and down. Frequency, vibration. We have stated to you many times that your reality is made out of frequency. Your reality is made out of energy. And so it is literally frequency. It is an oscillating wave. It is a sine wave. And this is actually the reason why the serpent, the snake, has been so prolific, a symbol in your reality through many cultures for so many years. For the serpent moving through the sand moves in a sine wave, up and down, up and down. Look at the patterns of the serpent. Look at the marks left in the sand by the serpent. And so things move in waves. Your whole reality moves in waves. Your whole reality moves in cycles, for cycles are waves. And so the idea is you live in a year where your planet revolves around the sun and it's moving in a wave. There is you move from one point in the wave one point in the cycle to another point in the cycle and back to the same point in the cycle, round and round and round. It is the same as the idea of waves. And so the full moon as an aspect of you is a projection of the way you create reality, the way reality is created in waves, the way the reality is created as a sine wave, through reverberation, through vibration, through frequency. This is what we have been sharing for many times. Raise your vibration, raise your frequency. Frequency is a sine wave. Frequency moves back and forth, up and down, cyclical, from one polarity to the other polarity. Full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. And these are the peaks of the wave. The new moon and the full moon are the peaks of the wave, the peaks of the cycle. And so a new moon represents a new beginning, the beginning of the wave, the beginning of the cycle. In each new moon, you will find new inspirations, new dreams, new ideas, new inspirations, new excitements, new downloads to move forward. And as you will get this strong energy on the full moon, and then the first 14 days of your lunar cycle, you will be working towards this goal. You will be working towards this dream. You will be working towards this manifestation. And as the full moon appears, this is the peak of the cycle. This is the opposite end of the wave. This is the peak of the manifested frequency. The new moon is the idea, the inspiration, the creation of the idea. And the full moon represents the culmination of those 14 days of manifestation. And the next 14 days is really a processing of what you have manifested at full moon, moving round again to the new moon, where you come up with either a new idea or an expansion on that idea. And so the idea is that as you align with the full moon, and as in your reality, the full moon is aligned with the sun, and there is an alignment with the sun and the earth and the moon at the full moon and the new moon. It creates an energetic amplification. The moon is becoming the energy in your planet, the frequency in your planet is increasing, is maximizing due to the alignment of the sun and the moon. And this is your energy increasing, this is your consciousness increasing. And so as you reach this full moon, your consciousness is at its maximum for this cycle, for this 28-day cycle. And as you reach this 28-day cycle, as today is your full moon on your earth, we believe. And so as you reach this full moon in your reality, it's the maximum amplitude of the cycle. Your consciousness is at its highest. And so you're most strongly connected to your higher self, your higher mind, source consciousness, because both the moon that reflects the sun and the sun are portals and gates into your infinite nature, into source, into your higher mind. So this gate, this portal, as it is maximum, the energy is amplified, your consciousness is expanding, and you have the strongest connection to your soul, your higher mind, your oversoul, your star family, your soul family, your past lives, future lives, as well as source, angels, ETs, etc. And so the portal, the wave is at its peak. And it's also the culmination, as we are saying, of the 14-day new moon to lunar cycle. So you have worked for 14 days, and often the dreams you had are connected to the inspirations you gained on the new moon. So these are the two main points where you have these intense dreams. One, it's the culmination of the wave, the peak of the wave, the peak of the 14-day cycle where you have been manifesting. And so you are processing this subconsciously in your dream. And also the energy is at the highest because the portal to the sun, the portal to the moon, to the sun, the solar gateway, soul, your sun is actually called soul, yes, because it is access to your soul. It is the soul gate. And so you are accessing your soul energy and your oversoul and your high self and source consciousness and your star family and soul family, angels, etc. And so this is reason your dreams are most powerful on the solar gate. So, okay, guys. So, oh, not. Right, so okay, we've got a couple of super chats. So I'm just scrolling back to make sure I get all the super chats. So yes, the super chats get priority, guys. I love ETs, but I should be wearing my glasses, guys. I have to wear. Luckily, I've managed to heal my eyes a bit so I can actually read it. I love ETs, but I feel intense angst due to evil using reverse engineering tech to abuse people. I understand why ETs don't intervene. Please, what can I do to let this angst go? Okay, Darwin. So, let's change my seating position. Alright, Dharmapunk, so your question is to do with the ideas that your governments, your military have captured flying saucers, extraterrestrial craft, extraterrestrial technology, and reverse engineered them and used them for bad, used them for war, used them for manipulation. And so, well, the idea is that, as we noted at the start of this call, these beings are stuck in fear. They're stuck in disconnection. They are stuck in their ego. They're stuck in their personality, their physical mind. They have no connection to their source, no connection to their true being, and thus they are acting out of fear. They don't know any better. Was it not a wise person in your world that once said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do"? And so, forgiveness. Understand they cannot operate outside of their level of consciousness. They are literally living in fear. They do not understand. They have had no spiritual insight, most of them. They're generally acting out of fear, acting out of disconnection, and they don't know any other way to deal with it. They literally think the best way to deal with their fear, the best way to deal with the problems in their reality is to kill them, is to destroy them, is to fight fire with fire. They do not know any better. They do not know that you cannot fight fire with fire. They do not know that fighting fire with fire only amplifies the fire. They do not know that the answer is to fight fire with unconditional love. And so it's up to us to share that information. It's up to you to share that information. If you feel inspired in any way, if you feel you can connect to these beings, radiate unconditional love to them. So first and foremost, if you can forgive them, for they know not what they do. They do not know any better. They cannot operate above their level of consciousness. Unless for some reason they have a sudden, spontaneous spiritual awakening or insight or epiphany or revelation, they cannot break out of their karma. They cannot break out of the negative fear-based loop. So begin by forgiving them. Begin by learning to love them unconditionally, for they cannot operate any other way. They do not have the information. They have not seen. They either do not believe in the information we are sharing and other spiritual teachers in your world are sharing, or they literally cannot see it because they are so lost in the darkness, so lost in their karmic cycle that they cannot even resonate to this frequency and perceive this information. They are so lost in the loop. So forgive them, have compassion for them, have love for them. This is the beginning. And so what can you do to alleviate the personal fear? And what can you do to let go of this angst? All right, so you feel angst. So by angst, we sense you feel anxiety, irritation, nervousness, perhaps even anger at times towards them. And so understand they cannot touch you. Understand it's your reality. It's your dream. It doesn't matter the intentions of another person, for everything happens according to karmic law. Everything happens according to vibrational frequency. The frequency you put out is what you get back, yes? We've been sharing this for many years, really since the beginning of our teachings. The idea that it's your reality, it's your dream, as we stated at the start of this call. It's your illusion, it's your consciousness. It's all happening within your consciousness. And ultimately, they are you. Yes, they are you. They are projections of your own consciousness. And on some level, they are projections of your own fear, your own doubts that you create your own reality. And so, understand, number one, they are you. Understand they are unconscious. They do not know what they are doing. Forgive them, for they know what they do. And understand they cannot affect your reality. For as long as you stay heart-centered, as long as you stay in your joy, your passion, do not let the fear overcome you, and do not worry if the fears arise, for your love frequency is much stronger than your fear vibration. We sense through the call that being as you're resonating here at this time, resonating on this frequency, that you have enough love, enough compassion, enough joy, enough soul connection, enough connection to source, enough connection to divine, the divine in your being, that you're not at danger from these things affecting you. While you may see them on your news channels, while you may hear about them on the street, they can only affect people who are on that vibrational state, yes, because you're creating your own reality, and everyone creates their own reality. And without judgment, those beings that are affected by these are those beings that are either living in terrible fear and they are attracting this to them out of fear. It is not necessarily that they have been dark, that they are receiving karma for doing bad things. There are many, karma is much bigger than that, and it's a lot to do with fear. If people are living in deep fear of being affected by these things, they can attract themselves to that reality. But as long as you do not let the fear take you over, as long as it's not driving your life 24 hours a day, and as long as you are doing the work, observing the fear as it comes up, understanding that it's not who you are, it's not true to you in the essence of your being, the essence of the soul, that it's a distorted vibration coming from misunderstanding. For this is what a fear is. This is what angst is. This is what anxiety is. It's a vibration that's out of alignment with the truth of your soul, the truth of your being. And so as you begin to yoke your energy back in, as you begin to come to the truth of your being, as you begin to come to the truth of your soul, you can begin to transmute these fears. For a fear, each time you feel a fear inside yourself, understand that it is like an alarm clock going off. It is, you misunderstand what fear is in your reality. Fear, the fear vibration, when you feel fear, when you feel anxiety, it's a sign that something's off. It's a sign that something's skewed. It's a sign that there is a distortion, a misalignment within the essence of your being, and that the thought, the belief you have is not true to you on a soul level. It's misaligned with your nature as a divine soul. For as a divine soul, you understand that you create your reality vibrationally through what you put out, through your beliefs, through your thoughts, through your emotions, through your energies, through your perspectives. And so every time you feel good about a thought, this is your higher self saying, oh yes, very well done. This is in alignment with your soul. This is in alignment with the essence of your being. And this vibrational thought is creating a positive reality for you. And every time you feel a fear, every time you feel anxiety, every time you feel angst around a situation, understand that this is a sign from your higher mind that you're having a thought is out of alignment with you on a soul level. It's not true to the essence of your being, and it's not serving you. It's not serving your reality. It's something to be corrected. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not saying the situation is scary, for everything is a reflection of you. And what it is reminding you, it's reminding you that you're putting out a thought that is out of alignment with the truth of your being, and it's going to have negative outcomes if you continue to focus upon it. For what you put out is what you get back. So every time you have positive, loving, compassionate, joyful, creative, expansive, blissful, serene, etc. thoughts in your reality, you're creating that reflection. Blissful, joyful, serene, creative, expansive, serene reflections in your reality. And every time you have a negative thought, You are creating that mirror in your reality. And the fear, the angst, this frequency you feel in yourself is the sign. It's like an alarm clock, a warning going off saying, bing, 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 watch it, watch it. Thought incorrect, thought out of alignment, may have negative circumstances. So it's not that the situation you are fearful of that is threatening you. It's that you're having a belief that will mirror back, reflect back to you in future a negative reality. For your reality is an illusion. Your reality is a dream. So the fear thought, the idea is that when you experience a fear in your reality, it's an alarm clock. It's a signal going off saying, warning, warning, misaligned belief, out of alignment belief, negative belief. Belief may have negative circumstances for you're putting out negative beliefs and your beliefs create your reality. It's a reminder that that belief is out of alignment with the source of your being. So when you're having the negative thought about, when you're feeling anxiety, angst, negative energy around the thought that you're upset because beings in your reality have reverse engineered extraterrestrial craft for negative purposes, it's not that the fear is reminding you that there's something bad going on in your reality. The fear is reminding you that the thought you're having has the potential or will create negative things in your reality because it's an illusion. Does this make sense to you? It's a warning sign. It's a sign that you need to look at that belief, redefine that belief to a positive belief. And so you may understand that the thought that's around this is, oh, well, they are living out their karma, they are living out their dream, and you redefine it positively. So see that it's not what you prefer. See, one, well, we know that they have managed to do this, so we know that the extraterrestrials exist, so that's very exciting, for it shows that the extraterrestrials are here, and it shows that the extraterrestrials have advanced technology that can help us, and it shows that the extraterrestrials are way more advanced because they haven't even fully reverse engineered it. You could define it this way, you could define it, well, they are showing a mirror of my own fear, they are showing this is an opportunity for me to decide how I want to create my reality. Do I wish to focus on that negative war-based reality, or do I want to focus on something more loving? So it's the idea that it's the belief that is out of alignment, and understand ultimately that they cannot touch you. For the belief should be, oh, well, they're creating that. It's an opportunity for me to decide that I do not prefer that, and a reminder to stay in the love and trust that life is exciting because we can experience all these amazing, weird, dark things, which ultimately don't really matter so much because it's all a dream, it's all an illusion. And while there may be some suffering, it gives that soul that suffers an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to expand into a deeper aspect of their being, to understand that they create their reality, they can live in source, they can live in joy, and that it can't affect you unless you say it can. And so define it this way, define it, well, okay, they're doing that, but this has led me deeper into the realization that it can't affect me because this creates my reality. So next time you see a fear, an anxiety arising, understand it's a reminder that the belief you're having is incorrect on a soul level. It's not that it's incorrect ultimately because you can create and believe anything you wish. It's a reminder that it's out of alignment with your soul essence, and it may have negative repercussions if you begin to believe in it. So next time you feel a fear-based belief come up, observe it. Do not run away from it. Do not hide it. See what it's saying. Write it down in a journal and then come back to it when you're feeling a bit more centered later on, and understand that the very fact that you had a fear-based belief, the fear is the sign that the belief is out of alignment and may have negative repercussions down the timeline. And so you need to redefine the belief. You either need to transmute it, let it go completely, or frame it in a positive way so that it has positive repercussions. The idea of fear is a reminder, anxiety is a reminder that you're buying into a negative belief that's not serving you. And you need to redefine that belief, either let it go completely or frame it in a positive manner and focus on positive things. It's, wow, they're reversing these extraterrestrial craft, and that's so amazing that we actually have these amazing extraterrestrial craft and the ETs are here and we're shifting into a new reality, and at least it's showing the beings that the ETs do exist and helping people wake up to our presence, the Yahyel's presence, because ultimately this is the effect it will have that people wake up to the realization that there is reverse engineered extraterrestrial technology in your reality. It will wake them up to the idea that there are extraterrestrials in your reality, and it will wake them up to us, and it will wake them up to the realization that they can live in joy and peace and ecstasy and harmony forevermore as they begin to shift their vibration. So we suggest you frame it in this way. I hope this helped. Okay guys, so I'm just going to try and keep up with these super chats. Yeah, so super chats get priority, guys. So if you want to get your question answered first, just drop a super chat. So, hey Salish, great to see you, man. Greetings, JTM. I may have to bring my glasses next time. What are Yahyel's... My eyes are healing now. I couldn't read this at all before. What are the Yahyel's perceptions of what lies ahead for me regarding the energetic healing work I am pursuing at this moment? And do they have any suggestions for me? Thank you in advance. Greetings, JTM. What are Yahyel's perceptions of what lies ahead for me regarding the energetic healing work I am pursuing at this moment? And do they have any suggestions for me? Thank you in advance. Hello. Greetings, Sailesh. Well, we are very excited. We are very excited that you're going deep into this energetic healing work. The channel is doing much at this time as well, as you go through these winter months, and especially as you go through this full moon, as we are going through today. A full moon on the 1st of February of 2026 is a very powerful time for energetic healing work. And any energetic healing work you do on yourself can only have a positive outcome. While it may not feel like that all the time, while you are doing it, it will initially bring up some emotions, bring up some stuff to the surface, for this is really the purpose of it, that you must shine the light on the darkness. You must make your unconscious conscious before you can transform it. For the part of the idea of energy work is making your unconscious conscious as you focus on your chakra bodies, as you transmit healing to your roots, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye and crown chakra at this time, as you begin to shower them with unconditional love and listen to what they are saying. Understand they are conscious. Each chakra in your body, and we suggest your energy work has something to do with the chakra body. Each chakra, and if not, we suggest you look at this, the idea of working with your chakras. Each chakra in your body has a consciousness to itself, has a belief and a reality unto itself. So showering your chakras with love and healing energy from your heart chakra, and listening to what they have to say, and if you wish, opening a dialogue with them and bringing them up to speed on the deepest perspectives of your soul. As you begin to do this work, you are in a sense making your unconscious conscious. You are shining a bright light on those little creepy critters that are hiding in the shadows and bringing them to the surface. So much of the energy work you are talking about is at this time, particularly as you move through your winter months in your northern hemisphere into your February month. A lot of you have been doing this kind of inner work, this inner healing at this time. The channel as well is diving deep into his emotional body, into his subconscious mind, to get to the bottom of those beliefs that has been holding him back. Yes, the channel has work to do on himself too. Do not believe he is some entity that should be put on a pedestal. He is just like you. He is doing the work himself, and he has been going through some emotions himself the past few days. And so as you shine your love, shine your light on your chakras, you will notice emotions coming up, and be aware of the stories, be aware of the thoughts, and be aware of the beliefs that surround those chakras, surround those energy centers, and write them down, journal them, note them down if you wish, and then come back to them in the future when you're in a more positive, clearer state. And of course it will always come. And so this can only have a positive outcome. This can only raise your frequency. This is essential to the process of ascension. This is essential to the process of awakening. This is really core to our teachings. Many of you may not have dived that deep into our teachings. Many of you have maybe just seen us talking about staying positive, focusing on your excitement. But a big part of this work is dealing with the emotions, dealing with the shadow aspect, redefining the negative beliefs as they come up, not running, not always focusing on the light, but not being scared of the darkness, not being scared of the shadow. And so to truly raise your frequency, to truly raise your vibration, to truly realign with God, with Source, with your divinity within, you must do the shadow work. You must do the shadow processing. You must dive into the energy work. If you wish, you can do it this way through the energy work. It is a very powerful way where you focus your love and your energy on each chakra. Notice the emotions, the energies that arise, the beliefs and the thoughts that are connected with it, noting them down, and begin to redefine them. Begin to understand that they do not serve you. And you can open up a conversation with your chakra body. You can open up a conversation with your energy system, your energy mind, your energy body, and you can begin to transmute them in this way. You can begin to. So once you see the negative beliefs, and this really touches in on the last question, the question I had about feeling the angst around the reverse engineered technology being used for negative purposes, is the idea that any emotion that does not feel good is ultimately connected to fear. All negative energies come from fear. All positive energies come from love. All negative thoughts and beliefs ultimately come from fear. All positive thoughts and beliefs ultimately come from love. So anytime you feel a negative emotion coming up around the energy work, you can understand that it is connected to a fear-based belief, because anything that makes you feel bad is ultimately energized, polarized towards the fear polarity. And so as these energies come out of your subconscious mind into your conscious mind, this is what you're doing. You are making your unconscious conscious. You are doing the work. You are doing the essential work. You are doing really the core work to raise your vibration. It is really the most important thing you can do, along with following your bliss, following your joy, following your intuition, your inspiration, your excitement, and walking your life path. This goes hand in hand with observing those things that pull you down, that make you feel emotional, that pull you into the darkness, the shadow, the fear, and allowing these to come to the surface. So for many of you at this time, you have been experiencing these angst, these energies, these emotions, this shadow aspect, even manifesting as physical symptoms in your reality, or ultimately the root cause of the majority of physical ailments in your reality are emotional, are mental. And as you shift the beliefs and the emotions, the physical symptoms tend to iron out, tend to balance out. And so our perspective on how this will help you in the future, Sailesh, is it will help you immensely, and you will begin to notice this faster than you think. As we go through this February month into the March beginnings, you are actually entering into a new planetary cycle, and this will create in your system, in the essence of your being, a rapid upliftment. And this is why many of you are feeling to the shadow work, feeling drawn to the processing at this time. So the outcome of this, Sailesh, the outcome of doing this inner shadow work, this energy work of making your unconscious conscious, allowing the energy to bring to the surface those misaligned beliefs, allowing these misaligned beliefs to come out of your energy system into your unconscious mind, so the chakras in your energy body can begin to reharmonize, so you can begin to rebalance your energy body, begin to bring your body back into coherence, back into what has been termed in your reality heart-brain coherence. This is really the work. This is really everything. This is really the essence of the journey, the essence of the path. And Perhaps we may share a secret with you. It is not really a secret. We have shared this before, but some of you may not be fully aware of the depths of what this means. Is the idea that when you are following your highest excitement, you're dancing with your higher mind, you're dancing with your higher self. And in many cultures, in your shamanic cultures, often the higher self is represented by the coyote, for the coyote is the trickster, and the higher self is the trickster. And while you're actually following your higher mind, following your excitement, in many ways, your higher self, while, yes, drawing you to more expansive, more joyful, more exhilarating aspects of your creation of your reality, it is also kind of coaxing you into situations, tricking you in, we will say, and we do play a part in this somewhat. We will admit this, that we do embody somewhat of the trickster archetype, knowing that we are somewhat tricking you into facing your shadow as you follow your excitement. And this is why following your excitement is most definitely not bypassing the shadow. For when you are following your high excitement, you're working in tandem with your higher mind, and you're stepping into the reality created by your higher self that is most beneficial for you, that is most beneficial for the essence of your being. And contains all the things you need to progress forward in your reality, including revealing for you the shadow aspects of yourself, the shadow aspects of your being. And so this is why many of you are drawn to the idea of energy work at this time, why it may feel exciting in your reality, is because it's allowing you to unveil, it's allowing you to reveal, it's allowing you to make those negative beliefs, those distorted vibrations conscious, so you can observe them, see they are no longer serving you, and let them go once and forevermore. So the outcome of doing this energy work is wholly positive. You may be surprised about how fast you accelerate over the coming years in your reality. The past few years have been difficult on your world. The past few years have been, in a sense, reflections of your inner shadows, reflections of your darker nature, your shadow aspect. And so the benefit of this is that it has allowed you to make your unconscious conscious. It has allowed you to become aware of those negative beliefs that are holding you back in your reality and stopping you from becoming the most expansive, joyful, blissful aspect of yourself. So let me just check. What are Yahyel's perceptions of what lies ahead for me regarding the energetic healing work I am pursuing at this moment? And do they have any suggestions for me? I thank you. And yes, just really keep doing what you are doing. Understand that your chakras, as you do this energy work, each individual chakra, each individual energy center in your body, your red root chakra at the base of your spine, your orange solar plexus chakra moving up the spine around your navel, your yellow solar plexus chakra at the base of your sternum, the green heart chakra at your heart, at your thymus gland, the throat chakra in your throat, the blue chakra, the indigo chakra in your third eye, and the violet chakra in your crown, the white violet energy in your crown. Each chakra in your body has its own intelligence, has its own consciousness, has its own vibration, and thus has its own beliefs and perspectives about reality. We shall not go too deeply into what those are this time. That will be for future transmission down the pipeline. However, understand that each chakra, just quickly, the root connected to survival, fight or flight, fear, the sacral connected to sexuality and self-worth, your solar plexus connected to your ability to fit in your society, your worth in society, your heart chakra connected to love, unconditional love, your throat chakra connected to expression, your third eye chakra connected to the divine realms, connected to your infinite self, connected to your psychic abilities and your abilities to access higher wisdom, and your crown chakra connected to the infinite light of the essence and bliss and joy of your infinite self. Each perspective, each chakra, in turn connected to a gland in your body, has its own function, its own purpose, its own beliefs and perspectives that are unique to you based on your conditioning, your soul mission, and your beliefs picked up in this reality. And so, as you work with each chakra and as you open a dialogue, you can try opening a dialogue with each chakra, listening to what they have to say, and seeing what beliefs create negative energy, create negative vibration, connect the negative polarity, the fear-based polarity in you, and thus symbolize our out of alignment beliefs that you need to redefine. You either need to let go or redefine from a positive framework. And this is how you will move forward in your reality. Sukhbir Singh, when you talk about timelines, do you see them through technology, consciousness, or what? While we do have some technology that can assist us in viewing your timelines, that can assist us in seeing future timelines, the array of possibilities that could occur in your reality, this is not so much what we are speaking to. The idea of timelines are within our being. Timelines are within your being. Understand, you're creating your reality. It's your reality. It's your dimension. And what you say goes. One moment, the channel is re-energizing. Well, yes, as we have said, we do have technology that can allow us to see timelines in your reality. However, we generally see them within our consciousness. We see them multidimensionally. We see an array of potential realities in your world. When the channel had his contact experience in 2018 with us in a forest not too far from here, he began to see reality as we see it. He could see like multiple screens appear before his eyes according to each different timeline. And he understood that what just prior to the contact that he actually didn't see coming in that moment at all, so he wasn't that clearly tuned in, but he did begin to see as we see. He could see an array of potential realities. It appeared in front of him as if there were multiple TV screens in front of him, each showing a different reality, a different outcome that would occur that day according to the beliefs, according to the intentions, and according to the choices and the decisions and the actions he took in that day. And so this is how we see reality. Reality is infinite, and there are many potential timelines in your reality. And so we see them within our consciousness. There are many potential timelines in our reality. And so our choices, we still make choices, we still decide, we still understand that our reality is not fixed, and there are ultimately infinite potential timelines. More true to our experience, there are likely several parallel timelines. And what we see is we do not see reality as one linear reality as you see it. We can experience that reality in that way, especially when we come into your reality. Sometimes we drop down into a more solidified reality. However, we see reality as an array of potentialities. We experience ourselves as multidimensional entities. And so we see timelines. We see timelines as an array of potential realities. And so we understand that the future is not fixed. Many of you Earth humans just kind of expect that future will turn out how you expect it, even though it rarely does, if never does. So we do not understand why you really see reality this way, and you are always trying to plan things and expect them to turn out some way, because they rarely turn out the way you expected. And so the way we see reality, and as we have said, we do have some technology that can amplify this, some computer technology, if you call it, and kind of record things for the purpose of assisting your civilization and our own expansion. However, the way we see timelines is, you may visualize it that way. It's not exactly how we experience it, but it's a good visualization. It's a good representation. Imagine walking through your reality, and as you walk through your reality and experience the present moment, you can also see an array of screens in front of you that represent all the potential outcomes based on your beliefs, your thoughts, your emotions, your vibrations, and your decisions you made in that day. And so this is how we perceive timelines. There are many timelines from this moment forth. There are many ways this call could outcome. There are many realities for many of you. And so we see multiple potential realities, some more likely to happen, some that we understand we have to make certain decisions, we have to make certain changes in our vibrational state if we want to step into that timeline. And so by seeing reality multidimensionally as an array of potential possibilities, it enables us to more easily choose our highest timeline. We hope this answers your question. From last time to now, what things you observe in me? One moment. All right, the channel has asked us to suggest you make no more super chats, for it is coming to the end of the session and he wishes to answer some non-super chat questions before we wind up the call. So please, no more super chats. The session is coming to a close. One moment. One moment, Sukhbir, we are tuning in. We sense you are much more centered, Sukhbir. We sense you have made a lot of progress. Before, when we spoke to you 2 years ago, you were very scatty. You were like, I need to get rich on cryptocurrency. I need to escape to the Himalayas. I need to do this. And you were kind of all over the place. Now we sense you are much more centered in your being, much more grounded, much more aligned, much more... Yes, we sense you have made much progress. We sense a more stable vibration in you, Sukhbir. You have done the work. We sense you are stabilizing, grounding, becoming more centered, more able to think with clarity. We sense you have made a lot of progress. We do not sense you are so scatty and panicking and fear-based and thinking you need to make lots of money out of cryptocurrency to be happy. You are understanding all is here, all is well. And so, yes, we sense more groundedness, we sense more centeredness, we sense a higher frequency, we sense your frequency has risen, and we sense you are more centered and more grounded and more higher frequency. Very well done, Sukhbir, very well done. You are on the right path. Keep going, keep going. So the channel has informed us that Blue Alien, the cryptocurrency that he started to assist the message of extraterrestrial contact getting out and to potentially even act as a viable currency that we can use not only off-world but on planet. For this is the reason we suggest the channel will be channeling the Arcturians He doesn't know it yet, but we know it. We suggest the channel will be channeling the Arcturians in an upcoming live stream, and this is their domain. This is their realm. It was the Arcturians that gave him the blueprint, no pun intended, for this project. And so we suggest you hold this question until the channel channels the Arcturians in an upcoming transmission. All right? Hold this question for the Arcturians. There is more coming on this. It is not over. Okay, I'll just. We got more. Oh, we got some more. Hold on, we got a few more. We've got more super chats. Also, I can't stop. Yeah, sorry, we've got more super chats. I'll keep going. I'm just gonna have to do a bit of breathing and re-energize. Don't worry, I see there's a load more super chats. Yeah, oh, not too many. I'm all right. So Melanie, we've seen you, and Soup Beer, and one moment. One moment. The channel is recalibrating. One moment. Do trans people exist in your civilization too? Well, it depends what you mean by this term. There are no beings. All right, we sense there is one. There is one being in our civilization that has gone through an operation to change his agenda in service to humanity. Generally, in our civilization, we would not interfere, we would not operate on ourselves. We understand we can express any form of sexuality without the need to create physical operations, and we do not reproduce sexually anymore. Rarely we reproduce sexually. We do not use sex organs so much anymore to reproduce. Occasionally, generally, we can reproduce energetically. We can create the soul through energy, through divine birth, through virgin birth, if you wish, to quote a great story in your world. And so we do not need to reproduce sexually, and so our sex organs are not so connected to our sexuality anymore. And so also we prefer not to take physical alterations on our body in this way. However, there is one being who has done so in our civilization for the purpose of understanding why this is so prevalent in your earth, for the purpose of compassion and understanding this in your reality. So this being may come forth in the future, if you wish. Okay, so Melanie, it looks like you just made a donation, so thank you very much. I can't see a question associated with it, unless you put it in the chat. Yes, so I think it's just a donation from Melanie, so thank you very much. But just make sure you do put the question with the super chat, if otherwise. Oh no, I see your question, Melanie. Yeah, just in the future you can put the if you look at other people's that they've like put the question with the super chat. I don't know how you do it. I don't know if I've ever made a super chat. That's terrible, isn't it? But anyway, so yeah, I see your question. I'll get to it in a minute, Melanie. No, I do it now. I do soup beers first, because otherwise it's going to go out of order and confuse me. I might forget while I'm channeling. So, soup beer. Please tell about nature of Kalask beings. Are they really in 6.9999 density and still operate in service to self polarity? Also, much love for your work. It helped me a lot over the years. Hope to meet you, all beings. We sense the beings you are talking of if we are tuning in correctly. For understand, we have to tune in vibrationally, because the channel does not understand who the Kalask are. Yes, we sense they have been service to self beings. They have been on the negative polarity. And you do not need to judge, for many of you have actually taken soul incarnations in the negative polarity for the purpose of growth. There is nothing wrong with this from a universal perspective. It is essential for the growth of creation, for the light could not exist without the darkness. Understand, ultimately, this is all a game, yes? This is all a game. And those beings that as souls choose to be negative are playing the game. You couldn't experience this reality. You couldn't experience your duality. You couldn't experience physical reality without the darkness. So many beings, many souls chose to incarnate in the negative polarity for the purpose of allowing the positive beings to see that is not what they prefer. So understand, it's all a game, ultimately. And yes, these beings have chosen we assume this is what you mean by STS. And so the idea is that as you reach the higher densities, the idea of polarity, the idea of operating from the negative polarity tends to break down. As you approach the higher levels of sixth density, the idea of duality breaks down into pure unity. And so at this time, they are no longer playing out the role of service to self. For as you say, if this timeline you are tuning into, they are in high sixth density. In those realms of high sixth density, the negative polarity no longer exists, for it no longer makes any sense. They're merging back into pure unity with Source. And in pure unity, there is ultimately no negative or positive. There is only the Trinity, the unity vibration. We hope this answers your question. So Melanie, I take it this was your question. May you meet E at the remote cabin. I presume it says, may you meet me at the remote cabin where I meditate and be my authentic self in the mountains. It's Eagle's Nest Cabin, Strawberry Pass. Come when I call. In 5 steps. How do I imitate, experience, and reflect? May you meet me at the remote cabin where I meditate and be my authentic self in the mountains. It's Eagle's Nest Cabin, Strawberry Pass. Eagle's Nest Cabin, Strawberry Pass. Come when I call. In 5 steps, how do I imitate, experience, and reflect. All right, so we sense by imitate, experience, and reflect, you're talking about tuning to our frequency and beginning to operate on our wavelength and reflecting our vibration, so that by acting as a vibrational beacon of a similar energy to us, you can attract us into your reality. Is this what you are suggesting? We are sensing this is a teaching you have picked up from another teacher, perhaps Bashar, a way to connect with us, to imitate, experience, and reflect. So yes, if you wish to imitate us, you can follow your highest excitement. You can begin to tune into your multidimensional self. You can not run away from those fear-based beliefs. You can notice whenever there's an out of alignment belief comes out, make it conscious and redefine it in a positive frame, or let it go. You can begin to operate only from unconditional love and joy. You can begin to imagine yourself in a starship, cruising through the skies, being exhilarated and uplifted by flying over the trees. And so you can also begin to interact with our ship, with our crafts. For understand our crafts, our ships, our conscious, and you can interact with our crafts. So when you are meditating in your cabin, you can tune in to your consciousness by imitating, experiencing, and reflecting our energy. If this is what you mean by this, we sense this is what you mean, something like this. You can perhaps replay this channeling, replay this transmission to help you tune into your energy. You can begin to visualize the idea of a triangular craft. For some of us operate in triangular crafts. You can visualize the idea of our energy aboard a triangular craft and tune into the energy of the craft, our ship, and sense the energy. And as well as sending a message from your heart to us, you can send an energy from your heart, sending out where you are, radiating a beacon, radiating the energy of unconditional love. Be yourself to the fullest you can be you, for ultimately it is your core signature vibration that will match you to your soul and oversoul energy, in which we can commune and connect with you. So it is essential you follow your excitement, follow your joy, keep your eyes out for any synchronicities, and be yourself, the fullest you can be you. Stay in the essence of you, who you truly are, for this will radiate a beacon to us, and the agreements you made to make contact with us at this time, this year, will pay off, all right? So trust that the reason you are asking this at this time is because in your heart, you know it is time. In your soul, you know it is time. And as you tune into your heart's energy, as you tune into your soul frequency, as you be you to the fullest you can be you, you will act as a beacon. You will act as a vibrational beacon that we will pick up on, not only through your physical reality, but through your soul and oversoul matrix. And we can begin to commune in dream time. So look out for us in your dreams, because we will be coming to you in your dreams prior to the experience you wish to have, all right? Yes, we sense you are ready, dear one. We sense you are ready. Okay, so it looks like someone's made another super chat. Can you stop making the super chats, guys? Because I'm running out of energy. I'm going 1 hour, 20 minutes. Well, I'll see. I do my best. Right. Thanks, Melanie. I see super chat here. The donation had the question. Yeah, thanks, Melanie. I see you made another one without question. Thank you. So it looks like someone made another super chat. Okay, so please no more super chats, guys. We've got a one session on the Kite channel forever. Okay, so it looks like an important one. So Esther Williams, my husband has generalized anxiety disorder from childhood trauma. How do I help him and stay on my highest timeline? One moment. My husband has generalized anxiety disorder from childhood trauma. How do I help him and stay on my highest timeline? Hello, one moment. The channel needs to recalibrate and get some more oxygen in his system and prana and chi. One moment, give us one moment. The channel is recalibrating, one moment. Please hit the like button, guys, if you're liking this, to get us boosted in the YouTube rankings. Thank you. Hello, Esther. Thank you for your question. We understand this is very dear to your heart and a very profound question, and it's a very sensitive question. We will do our best to assist. So ultimately, it comes down to his beliefs, and there will be beliefs imprinted in his subconscious mind at the moment of the trauma. And this is what's causing the anxiety. The trauma has lodged beliefs, perspectives, lack of self-worth often at the time of the trauma in his subconscious. So the secret, as we said, is to make the subconscious conscious, to make the unconscious conscious, a little at a time, with compassion, with love. If it is severe trauma, take it a little at a time. Work with him in love and compassion and edge into it a bit at a time, a little at a time, as comfortable as it feels. And as he goes into it, remember to always remind him that he's safe. Do this in a safe environment. Find a safe space where he feels very comfortable and very safe. And you reinforce that safety and his comfort through his words, through your compassion, through your words, through your compassion. Is essentially he feels safe and he does not feel threatened in any way from any potential outside circumstance as you go into this belief that is deeply rooted in his unconscious mind. At the time of the trauma, beliefs will have been imprinted in his unconscious, in his subconscious mind that are causing the anxiety. And so you need to go into it a bit at a time. And we will suggest that it may be an idea to work with a qualified trauma therapist rather than doing it through yourself. However, if you do it between the two of you, and if he does have a lot of trust in you, which I'm sure he does, and you do feel you can hold the space, that you can hold a higher frequency reality, and you will not drop into the fear yourself, well, this is one of the, if you are going to guide him through this yourself, you need to be able to stay in love and compassion and centeredness yourself. Do not drop into any fear yourself. So this is why we suggest it might be worth working with a qualified trauma therapist that can hold the space. If you feel you can uphold this position yourself, do it a bit at a time. The process we would suggest is going into the situation, reliving the situation, guiding him back into it. It may be that he cannot remember it, but it is in his subconscious. It is still there on some level. He can access the memories. And so we would suggest the process, and this can be difficult, this can be painful. This is why we're suggesting it may be worth working with a professional. But go relive the experience. Take him back into the experience in a safe environment where you can remind him that he is safe, that it is not literally happening again, so he can feel safe and centered. And go into it bit by bit. Take him back. Ask him the circumstances surrounding it, prior to it, after it, and guide him back into the situation and And as he relives it, notice his thoughts. Try and journal this down, record it if you can. And the secret is to identify the thoughts that were created by the negative emotions at the time that implanted negative beliefs in his reality. So it's a case of going into it, getting to the bottom of it, noticing the beliefs that were imprinted in the subconscious at the time of the trauma, making them conscious in a safe, loving, compassionate environment, and allowing him to become aware of these beliefs. And with time, you will be able to, as you come back to this more and more, you will see that these beliefs are probably somewhat nonsensical from his modern day perspective. You will see that they're not really serving him in his day-to-day life, and you will see that they're not aligned with the essence of his being, the core of his soul. So as we have talked about, and while this can be more intense if it is connected to a severe trauma, it is ultimately the same process of going into the energy of it, going into the experience in this case, and making the unconscious conscious, see that these beliefs no longer serve you, no longer serve him, and this is the healing process. And do not be afraid to work with a professional, preferably one that is open to expanded conscious perspectives and more modern philosophies such as we share in this transmission. Okay, guys, so I'm going to take one non-super chat question, or maybe two, just because I promised I would before we finished. So I see Unity Light. I've picked out, I hope you're still here, Unity Light. How can I help Iranians more? People are on the Pelma. My site's getting back. I can read this. I couldn't read this a few months ago. How can my site's healing mid-call? Amazing. How can I help Iranians more? People are on the path of revolution, liberation from brutal regime. Almost 40,000 souls left their bodies in the streets in Iran in the last 2 weeks. One moment. Hello Unity, hello Unity. We appreciate your love, we appreciate your compassion, and we appreciate your service to reality. And understand that just by holding the will to serve them in your soul, by embodying the unity and the light that your name suggests, you are helping them just in this very moment by shedding your light and your love on the situation. You are shifting that reality. Because as we have said, you are creating your reality within your consciousness and ultimately co-creating it. And as we bring love, as we bring light, and as we bring the frequency of unity to this situation, you are shedding love on that part of the world. You are shedding light on that part of the world. And being as it's your reality, and you are grounding in reality your desire to help these beings, by asking the question in this format and allowing the channel to reflect the compassion and the love and our compassion and love back to them, you are already making a difference. For you're raising the frequency, you are adding light to the situation, and they will feel that. The souls that have passed, they will definitely feel that. They will be aware of this compassion and love for them. Although they are already shifted to the light, and so more importantly, the souls that are left behind, their family members, the society, the civilization, it is more important that they feel the light, they feel the love. For when you hold love and compassion in your heart for this part of the world, as you hold the desire for this part of the world to shift, you are shifting the timelines, you are shifting the frequencies. As we have said about timelines in the previous questions, there is an array of potential realities. There are many ways this situation in Iran could go. And by holding the love and the light, and perhaps those of you in the call may join us in sending love and light to this part of the world. We are enabling those beings living in fear. We are enabling those beings that work for the system, for the government, for the military, that feel they have no other way than to act upon their orders. And those generals themselves that are living in fear. We are shedding love and light on their reality that will allow them to make different decisions. And so just by holding the energy of desire to transform this part of the world, to transform this reality with love, with light, you are shifting the timelines. You are shifting the reality. You are bringing more love and light into this reality, and it is shifting the timeline. So if you feel inspired to take action in a specific direction, to do something physical, to spread the message of love and compassion or such, act on this insight, this inspiration. However, we understand many of you perhaps do not wish to travel to this area of the world. It is dangerous or perhaps even impossible to move there at this time, and would like to do something without actually getting directly involved in the chaos and moving to that part of the world. The most you can do is to hold the intent, for it's your reality, it's your co-creation. And as more beings come together, as in this group, in holding the love, holding the light, holding the meditative energy for that part of the world. And we may begin by saying a prayer, if you wish, that may the Iranian regime find the love in their hearts. May the people of Iran heal and get through this dark time. And may the love and the light of Creator rain down on this world. May the hearts and the minds and the souls of every being in Iran be awakened to the love and the light within. And as we meditate on the idea of love, as we meditate on the idea of compassion, as we meditate on the idea of unity and light, this energy will affect the illusion. For understand, as we have said, reality is an illusion, and you're co-creating according to your thoughts, your beliefs and perspectives. So as you come to believe that you can affect reality through your intentions, through your thoughts, through your beliefs, and as you begin to send love and positive thoughts to this part of the world, it will affect and assist those in turmoil, in fear, in treachery at this time. So we appreciate your love, we appreciate your unity, and we appreciate your light, and we appreciate this question that has allowed us all to shift into a slightly better timeline for Iran and for the whole of Earth. So at this time, we will pass you back to the channel, and we shall see you in another now. Much love to Iran and much love to you all. Good day. Hey everyone, I am back, and so thank you very much. That was really amazing, guys. That was it went really well. We got loads of views, loads of questions. I wasn't sure because it's the first one I've done in 2 years, and I just only decided a couple of hours ago and put it out. I wasn't sure, if YouTube would pick it up or anyone would see it. So I've really enjoyed that. It's been really nice channeling again. And a minor miracle here because I can actually read your questions in this tiny text. So the healing is going on, and I really enjoyed that, guys. So thank you everyone for your questions. And just quickly, I've got a Learn to Channel course coming up. If you check out my website, there should be a link here. I think I put a link to my website. It's jonathantrinity.com. I have a Learn to Channel course starting in March. You can book private channeling sessions with me, and I'm also restarting doing my one-to-one coaching. It's not on the website yet, but I just realized that it's time, guys. I've been doing a lot of personal healing and transformation over the last couple of years. I really need to take some time out because I've been processing a lot of stuff, and it seems to be working. And so I really enjoyed this, and so I'm going to be doing the coaching, one-to-one coaching program again. It's going to be up on the website soon. I'm just putting it together at the minute, and deciding exactly what is the most exciting way to go forward with it. And so I was doing that when I was doing it a couple of years ago, but I needed a break. A lot of stuff came to the surface for me, and so I've been doing a lot of healing myself, and now it feels like time to start working again. And so yes, we've got a Learn to Channel course, first one in over a year. Learn to Channel course starting on 7th of March. So you can sign up for that on my website. That's already up there. If you go to jonathantrinity.com/channel, I think the link to my website is here somewhere. It will be after. I'll put all the links. I'll try and remember to put all the links to that. And you can book private channeling sessions. And yeah, and sessions with me. I think there's just sessions with me. If you want to just do a session with me to talk about everyone, you just book a single session with me at the minute. And I will be doing the coaching program. It's coming back, guys. So thank you so much for this. It was thank you. The timing felt right. I noticed I've been well, just a couple of people like asked me, said, Jonathan, can you start doing the live channelings again? I missed them, and it wasn't resonating yesterday, and probably because I've been doing intense detox and I was like wiped out yesterday. I've come back to life today, and it just felt like the right time to do it today. So thank you. It's really nice to see Soup Beer and Melanie and all of you, and $5 and Sailesh, and all of you that have been following me for many years and become good friends over the years. I do regard you as good friends. Melanie, Sailesh, Soup Beer. I know we've never met in person. I don't think Soup Beer, but you become a very good. We've been talking a lot in the questions, and Tree and $5 and also a very good friend, Silver 6C, who's there as well. Nice to see you, Silver. You're all very good friends, and so it's really nice to see you all after this time, and great to come back as a community. So and I'm gonna do another one. Saying it's been so brilliant. I think I'll definitely do it same time next week. So I may even do a midweek one on Wednesdays, possibly. We'll definitely be back same time next week. So it was 4:30 p.m. UK time. So I guess that would be 5:30 p.m. Central European time. 11:30, I guess, New York time, Eastern time, and that would be, and then it would be 3 hours before Eastern time would be 8:30. I think it'd be 8:30 Pacific time. But basically, it'd be exactly the same time as it was today. So hope to see you all next week. I've really enjoyed it. It was really amazing to be channeling again. I didn't know if I'd be able to channel for so long. We've been almost an hour and a half. So that's brilliant. I'm still alive. I must be healing. I've been doing a lot of the Joe Dispenza healing meditations just the last week. And because as you know, I had this problem with breathing from COVID. And yes, so the energy work, the chakra work, and Joe Dispenza's meditations. I got his book, Becoming Supernatural, is really working. So I'll probably be sharing more information about healing. Now I'm finally healing myself. I've always wanted to share information. I've always felt that a big part of my path is healing, but I've never felt healed myself. I've got to heal myself. I can't teach about healing if I'm not healed. And while I do feel I've still got some work to do, both on a physical, mental, and emotional, I'm before I'm a Zen Buddha in Samadhi bliss, 24 hours a day. I do seem to be making a lot of progress. So maybe it's time to start sharing more information about healing, particularly as it seems to be working for me. The Joe Dispenza meditations I've been doing. So it's great to see you all, guys. And I think things are going to be great, guys. Like. Come March, there's going to be a big energetic expansion, I sense. The astrology is pointing that way, the signs are pointing that way, and already coming like it's been a bit intense over January and December, as it always is over January and December. And I always say the energies are getting better, guys, and they already are, aren't they, guys? So I think we've got to wrap up the call there, guys, and we're coming to an end. And I'll see you same time next week, guys. And thank you for all the super chats. We've got several super chats, and so thank you for the abundance that's coming in. And so I wish you all increased abundance as well, and increased health, and I wish you all everything your heart desires. So I'll see you all next week, guys. It's great to see you all again. It's great to see some old names and some old avatars. And yeah, it's really been amazing to be back. And I would have done it before if I'd known it was going to be this good. It's yeah, it feels really good to be back. It reminds me of when I was in Peru doing it up in the Andes. I don't think I've done it since I was in Peru, have I? Maybe not. Maybe not since I was high in the Andes in Peru. That was cool. Maybe soon this year we get to be in somewhere cool like that again. I incidentally, I do feel, I don't know if some of you may be interested, but my father passed while I was in Peru. He was 86, and so it's all good. And I did actually pray for him because he was getting sick. He rapidly deteriorated, but it was very fast, just in a couple of weeks. And I prayed for him that he would reincarnate on an auspicious date. And he died on 12/12/2020, the 12th of December 2020. And I pretty much healed all that in myself now. It's like I don't really have any negative emotions around him passing anymore, because I understand he's still here. I can still connect with him, obviously. And I do sense I got a big download that I know where he's reincarnated, and it's in Kathmandu in Nepal. So, and last year I thought I'd look to see how safe it is in Nepal, and it was not as bad as Iran, obviously. I mean, that's horrific, and like I say, we all sent some prayers and love to Iran. But it was a big, it was kind of revolution in Nepal as well. So while Kathmandu is not the safest place on earth, I do have to go to Kathmandu at some point, because I know where my father's reincarnated. So that's why I'm planning a trip to probably to probably India and Nepal soon. So I see Danny doesn't believe me, and this is my own intuitive feeling. When I had the download about this, it came through with a lot of emotion and a lot of energy. And this is there's this teacher called Matthias de Stefano who teaches about past lives, and he always says how you remember past lives emotionally. And this is how it was. There was a lot of energy and a lot of emotion that suggested that this belief about knowing where my dad reincarnated was real. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to prove it, and even if I meet, his reincarnation, could I ever know it like mentally? Maybe not, but maybe emotionally. And we'll see what happens anyway, guys. So I'm sorry you don't believe that, Danny, and it's just my belief and my perspective, and so so I'll see you all in another now, guys, and I'll see you at the same time next week. Peace, love, light, and Shivai. Signing out. I don't. Is that how we?